Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and we're back for streaming demons. It's a dollar late, day short, whatever. I don't know. We are doing Friday the 13th Part 2. Jason Goes to Hell. I know they're two different movies. And dun, 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 Addams Family. Oh, S.F. Addams Family. Like, who's Adam Family? Well, whatever. All this and
Addams
more
Memory.
on the next streaming demons. Hit it. All right, we're back, everyone, y'all, and boy, do we have a doozy. If you're new to Stream Demons, I'll just say hello to everyone. Hello, you all new people, and very much like to introduce my co-host with the most, because fuck, I don't know how to rhyme. It's still mostest, right?
Yeah,
God damn, this
co-hostess with Mo. How is this so hard
fucking
for you?
non-binary. I swear to God, man, my brain breaks on this shit sometimes, man.
Yeah,
Because
I do.
I said co-host because it
Mhm.
doesn't rhyme with mostess. Hostess rhymes with mostess. So I
Mhm.
say co-host. Does it rhyme with
Co-
fuck, I don't know.
You could say co-hostess, hostess with
Hostai.
the mo.
Co-hostai.
Well, not
The mostai.
hostess with an S, not double S. ST.
ST? Oh
ST.
no, I took penicillin.
Hostess.
I don't get that no more. Thanks though. Oh,
No,
ST.
not
Oh,
not STDs or STIs. I think they're called now.
because it's funner or less enticing. No, not less enticing, less intimidating. I don't know. The I
Intimidating
stands
and
for
enticing.
imagination. Yeah. Welcome to our sex chat. Oh, that's 2 episodes later. 69 comes up soon, and
69 is coming up.
where we will play for you
Oh
an
God.
episode 2 or 3 years ago. So, yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that
I
special episode to
That's one that I do not recommend to my mother.
oddly enough, that's the Thanksgiving one. I looked at the calendar. I think that comes out during Thanksgiving. So, happy Thanksgiving. Here's some
Happy
cock.
Thanks-
A doodle do.
Again,
Billy and Brannick.
we did not watch it in the same room or the same time or anything like.
But we shared the same hand sanitizer, which is really weird.
Yeah, that
But
is
anyways,
really weird. Yeah, you sent me
box
some
human.
too. That was nice. Thank
I,
you.
I did I really? Good for me.
You did. You did
Honest to
send me.
God, I don't remember if you're like fucking with me right now. It sounds like
No.
something I would do.
Yeah, no, you sent me Vampire Blood by.
Oh, I did,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you
You're
did.
right.
You did. I know I'm right.
I don't know. My memory is shit, man.
It is. That's fine.
You asked me like, did we do Beetlejuice? And the only reason I know we did Beetlejuice because I made a shitty Candyman joke with Mick McGee.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
only reason I remember doing Beetlejuice. But
It
I
was
don't
a good
really know if that
movie.
was a joke for Candyman or Beetlejuice. So
I don't know. But I mean,
it
it's either
might be
or.
misremembering. I guess we could actually go through our back catalog and just like search for the title Beetlejuice or some shit.
Or watch more Tara Reid stuff.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
who was
Yes.
it? Shoot, who was it?
Bang.
Was it? There's gonna be a new shark movie, and who is in it? Was it Vanilla Ice?
Sharknado?
It might
It
have been
better be.
Vanilla
Oh,
Ice.
I hope so. And a Ninja Turtle.
And
Splinter's Revenge. Let's get this
that
on
would
a
be
bit.
great. That would be great.
So, Brandon,
Honestly, if it were Splinter versus a shark, I would watch the hell out of that movie.
as a like Burning Angel version of the movie, or
Just a regular
penetration.
version.
Regular? Okay.
No penetration, thank you.
Penetration is not our sponsor, apparently. Allegedly.
Well,
Oh, that's not even allegedly. It's not a sponsor.
consented is fine.
Oh, consented. Fuck, that reminds me. I wrote a joke for Liquid IV, but
Oh
it's on the
no.
next Yeah, it'll be for
Is
the
it
next one, though.
is it for is it consented? Did
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Liquid IV give you consent?
Oh, they give me money, I guess that helps.
Well,
And
welcome to the podcast, everybody,
yeah.
as we talk about consent and sponsorship.
By the way, sugar-free Liquid IV, they're gonna kill me for this, but this is why we're truthful. The sugar-free peach one, the white peach, sugar-free, tastes like
Hmm,
ass. It's like snot.
like,
The consistency is, like, slightly off.
uh,
If ass is your
yeah.
flavor, go for it.
I mean,
It hydrates you faster
if
than
you
ass. The
if you
multiplier.
love the taste of ass
Love
and you
ass,
want to
Liquid
be
IV, oh god, they're gonna fucking sue me. Only
allegedly,
for that one flavor, only for that one flavor, only
yeah,
for one flavor.
like I said before, I like the fruit punch. I just
Yeah, the
got
other
the
flavors, like, hit real nice.
I just got the
The
lemon
roofie
lime.
one? Oh,
No, no, the lemon lime because it's always out. It's always sold out.
mm,
So
that's a g testament of a good flavor, and this is not even
that's
a
a testament.
plug because I don't want
No,
them to review the commercial when I said they taste like ass. So,
well, you just said one of them, and again, that to each his own. Some people really
that's
love
right.
the taste
Some
of
some people like that ass flavor. Give me that ass flavor. That and
ass.
Spreeze. The other one tastes like ass Spreeze. So anyways, today's our kid-friendly show.
Yeah. Do we ever have a kid-friendly show? Oh, you have the one with.
I had one and it bombed out for the first year it was on the
Oh,
air, and then we stopped doing it, and now it's got traction. It's like,
oh, for
fuck.
real? Well, sometimes
Yeah,
it takes a little while. It
apparently
takes a little
so.
while.
Apparently so. Like, everyone's like, "We've done listening to everything else. Better listen to this kid shit now." Sure the hell is not like little kids watching. Like, look, honest to God, like, I don't know if I thought that one through.
No,
What's the demographic for a podcast? 6-year-olds? Yeah, of course it is.
six-year-olds, they love
Fucking let's put a podcast
podcasts.
for 6-year-olds because they're definitely gonna find it. Shit. Let's put it like an adult horror fucking site to produce it. That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
my audience.
When I heard you were doing that, I was like, as a joke? I thought it was a joke. It was not.
No,
Um,
it was
it was
realistically,
legit. It was
yeah,
legit.
too legit to quit. But you know what's not too legit to quit?
What?
Jason. All right, so
Yeah.
I see your movie informed my movie because I was gonna do a different movie, but you said Jason Goes to Hell. I'm like, fuck, I might as well do part
And
2.
you know, the funny thing about that too is that I've not seen Jason Part 2. I've not seen the second Jason,
Which
just
really
Jason
is the
Goes to Hell.
first Friday the 13th, sort of, with
Yeah,
Jason.
because exactly, it's the first time we see Jason because, of course, the killer spoilers for a fucking old movie, the killer in Friday the 13th is his mom, Mrs. Voorhees, rocking the best Aaron's, like, cardigan you will
Mm,
ever see in
that's
the
actually in the video game too, the
a
cardigan.
and it's fucking beautiful. I
It is.
need that cardigan.
And you can have that cardigan at liquidiv.com. I can't back that up.
That's
They
a
don't sell
lie.
that
That's
shit.
a lie.
That's
Yeah,
a
no,
lie.
they don't sell Mrs. Voorhees cardigans.
I think that's a flavor, Mr. Voorhees cardigan flavor.
You
They're
know,
renaming
honestly,
the white
I love
peach
it.
one. White peach really isn't that bad. It just kind of
Maybe you didn't need the white peach, maybe it was, like,
it it
peachy
tastes like,
peach.
Jolly Rancher. I think that's what it identifies like this, the more the Jolly Rancher type flavor of it. So it's like an
Okay.
artificial your brain's like, it's not
Mhm.
exactly a white peach, but it says it
Yeah.
is, so that
Mhm.
the mismatch happens. And
Mhm.
so right. Also, if you've seen Scream 1, you already know that Friday the 13th 1, the killer is Jason's mom because that was, like, the first 5 minutes of Scream 1 as well.
Yeah.
So you have what part is Jason Go to Hell? It's like 6?
Um,
5?
it is after Jason Takes Manhattan, so I think it's part 9.
We're gonna do the Muppets. Part 9?
Part 9.
Fuck off, really? Part
I believe
9?
so, yeah. It's called
I gotta
Jason
go
Goes
this
to
shit.
Hell: The Final Friday, and it's after Jason Takes Manhattan. It's set, like, right after that, which is part 8.
And Jason Goes to Space, part 10. Motherfucker.
Yeah, Jason X. Yeah.
Wow.
Which was
Well,
that was fun
I
too.
I liked his autobiography. No? Wrong Jason? Okay.
No.
Oh. Anyway, so why oh god. Okay. Why part 9 for you? Well, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do
Okay.
part 9."
Well, you know how much I love sequels. Um,
Yes, we have a podcast that's
I know we have that famous podcast that we have
uh-huh.
where we go through sequels because I here's this I don't like sequels, guys. That was
I know you did.
sarcasm. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
didn't know. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So, I'm not a fan, but I was like it was Friday the 13th. It fell on October this year, you know?
Ooh.
And it's like, well, I was going to watch the fan-based Friday the 13th that movies that they had. I think it's like Don't Go in Snow or Don't Run in Snow. I don't know, something like that.
Especially with
Sorry.
babies. Don't have babies in the snow.
I can't remember what specific. It was good. It was very good, but they were supposed to come out with a new one, and I looked and I looked and I couldn't find it, and I couldn't even find it to buy it. So I'm like, well, I got to watch a Jason movie. And so I already watched Jason X, and I didn't, like the first thing that popped up was, Jason, goes to hell. And I always remember as a smaller box, looking at the cover and being very frightened of
The
it.
worms? Is the cover
Yeah,
with
it's
the
it's
face
like
mask
the
of worms?
worm exactly. It's like the
Okay.
silver mask, there's, like,
Yes.
hellfire all around it and that worm coming out, and that always kinda, like, freaked me out as a kid. So, I'm like, "I'll give it a shot," and boy, howdy was I glad that I gave it a shot. I cannot believe this movie made money. I
It's a
cannot
good
believe
movie. It doesn't happen in the woods, and I think most good things happen in the woods, especially for the Friday the 13th franchise. All good things happen in the woods.
It
Nothing bad
is.
happens outside the woods.
It was really gay, it was a lot gayer than I expected.
Okay, is this the Corey Feldman one?
No, I don't
Or
think
am I thinking of
so.
Halloween?
I think you're thinking of The Lost Boys?
No. Well, yes, but no.
'Cause that's gay too.
Oh, but you know what would be better for the Lost Boys? If they were lost in the woods.
Yeah.
I think the Lost Boys will be lost in the woods. I think that's gonna be the best one. Are you
Yeah, I'm
sure Corey
looking.
Feldman's not in this one?
I do not see him listed in this at all. I don't
The
see
final
actually
chapter. He's in the final chapter.
he's in the final chapter? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
apparently, which was not the final chapter because it was 1984.
which is supposed to be this was supposed to be the final Friday, which it's not. It
Well,
keeps going.
shit, it's
It keeps
yeah.
going. And you know what? That's fine, but this was I guess Jason was more bisexual in this, but he did lean towards kissing a lot of men.
Wait, what?
Okay, so in this one, and again, this is balls to the walls. Like the whole story is just insane. Jason's killed by a
Again.
SWAT team,
Okay.
and so he's
Wait,
like Dudzo. What?
wait. You know what? He wouldn't be killed by a SWAT team if he was in the woods. I
He
think
was in the
Jason
woods.
should stay he was in the woods? Oh my
He was
gosh,
in
I'm
the
so sorry,
wood.
Jason.
Yep, he was in the woods, and he got
He was
SWAT
Rambo.
teamed.
He got swatted?
And yeah, and so they take him to the coroner's office. The coroner cuts out his heart and then like gobbles. He
Ugh.
No, he
Gross.
gobbles it up. He just yum,
Oh!
yum, yum. Yeah,
'Cause
he eats the heart.
I love his heart.
Yum,
As
yum, yum,
one
yum.
does. I think one does. Eat the
Yeah,
heart out.
like, I mean, if you have a Jason in your midst and he's got this, like, delicious looking heart, you just go for it.
Mm.
I
You
love
take
looking at it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You love looking at it, you love tasting it. He ate the
Yum,
heart,
yum.
and that's how he got, I guess, the little worm
Grandma's
and
cookies!
Took all the drops at once.
that is
That's
so
how I got grandma's
loud.
cookies? Was it? Oh.
No, but it is how he got the little worm inside
Oh, well, it used to be a bigger worm, but as you age, things shrink.
him.
So Jason's worm will get smaller.
Yeah, and then he starts trying to kiss dudes,
Oh,
and that's the
to
movie,
pass the
is
worm or
Jason.
what?
Yeah, to pass the worm, but he ties up a guy naked for no reason.
No, there's a
There's no
reason.
reason.
There's always a reason to tie a guy naked up. Trust me. It might not be the reason we
He
get
he
sponsored by.
literally took off this dude's clothes, and I'm like, "Jason, that's not consent. You
Extra.
gotta
Don't you know
consent."
about the 20-second rule, Jason? Jesus, man. Read Atomic Habits.
You
You could
gotta
have cut all that time off just by just tying him up,
Yep, nope,
unstrip him
he
down.
made him naked and he tied him up, and again, this is like one of those movies where it's like, "Oh, it has to be this person of this bloodline with this magic dagger to kill, Jace," it's like one of
So
those
it's
where it's
Nun
just like
too.
I guess so, I haven't seen Nun 2 yet.
Oh, just rewatch this, it'll be fucking the same movie.
Okay. Is, Farmiga what's her face in it again?
I have no idea. We'll talk about that next week though, or the week after, whatever the schedule is.
Okay. Anyway,
So,
Jason goes to
naked
hell.
guys in
Yeah,
hell.
naked guys. He kisses a lot of dudes. He did try to kiss a couple women, but not as much. A lot of guys. He's kissing a lot of guys,
Okay.
And again, can't be like I was always entertained. The deaths were real goopy and fun. The side characters were bizarre and just treasures. And I don't know, the cop and the girl's boyfriend kind of had some good chemistry. So, yeah, I think this was a fun movie for me. I had fun with it.
You're like, this movie was gay as fuck.
It
Is
was
that what
it was way more gay than I was expecting, which was a pleasant surprise. And it was just goofy fun. Like just goofy fun. I don't it was 1993 and it's that type of
Yeah,
movie.
that's 93, so we're we still know AIDS, but we're starting to forget about it, like,
I
mainstreamly, it
don't
was like, Magic Johnson's still alive, okay. Everyone else is like, whatever."
I don't know how
Uh,
AIDS got into this conversation, but
well, because I'm trying to figure out why some movies are either intentionally like, okay, Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever, intentionally great. We get it. That the
oh, the
writer did
second
that.
one.
Yeah, the
The
writer
second
fucking did
one.
that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing Jason Goes to Hell is unintentionally.
Yeah, no, I say gay as tongue in cheek because I don't think it was I mean like he was obviously trying to pass this worm. But again, out of all the ways to pass this worm into them, it's through
Anal. They
kissing.
picked anal. How weird was that?
It could have been anal, it could have been
Oh,
ass
that's
to
my
mouth,
god.
and then
That's next
and
week.
then then it could have tasted like the white peach.
This tastes like white peach from liquidiv.com. Promo code haunted100 to get yourself ass flavor.
Ass flavored.
It's my favorite one, Schnozzleberry. I think I just did say Schnozzleberry last time. Like, I like
I
Schnozzleberry.
think you did. Anyway,
So,
it
okay,
was fun. It
but
was
that's what I was
fun, it
bringing
was
up 8.
campy.
That's what I was bringing up 8 is because I was thinking
Oh,
if this was earlier, it almost would make sense that he's passing on this evil through male contact.
that you could read it as that. That would be an interesting read because 93, I mean,
It's
AIDS is
still on the
still
cusp, it's
around.
still there. I
It's
know, it's like when I say that it's not as prevalent as like 80s it hits, but mostly through like the gay, grid, right?
yeah, and I
Then
think
it
too,
gets branded.
even back then, because I was in a scout troop and, one of the parents had, HIV.
Right,
And, and again, like my scout leader was very, very good at bringing in nurses to explain what it was, that we could, hug and, kiss and shake hands with, her and her family, it was very progressive at the time. But I remember, some people at that time, they took out the other scouts because they were like, no, we don't want somebody like that in our group. And my scout leader was like, "That's not what this is for. This is
right.
for every child to have a place to belong." And so I think, and that was in the early 90s as well. So I think, I don't know if that is like, you know, one
It's
meets
not
the other, but it is interesting. It's an interesting read.
yeah. When for the book Surviving Gen X by Joe Chef, yeah, coming out November 30th, go get it. There is a lot of connection between the time, which is a Gen X, like mid to late 90s, where HIV still was prevalent. So it's kind of like it's still the condom scare.
Yeah.
It's still like you should, the wrap it up, unprotected sex
Mhm.
was like a big no for them. But I don't think it was the prevalent. I don't think people who are heterosexual were thinking about as much as they should be.
Oh,
That's what
yeah,
I'm trying. Yeah,
no.
like I think it was still sort of like, oh, you had to be gay or bisexual. Like, oh, that's how it gets.
It's still like that today. There's still a lot of misconception about it. I mean, only
Oh,
recently
fucking
was
blood banks.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Only recently, blood banks are like, "Well, I guess we can have people," you know?
I guess we can have gay people give blood. I mean, I guess
Right.
they have blood, as far as we know. As far as we
Yeah,
know, gay people have
and
blood.
that's the only reason why they did is because there's such shortages.
Yeah,
And
imagine
it's
that.
like, uh, it's ridiculous. It's just utterly ridiculous.
So
But
you're saying that Jason Goes to Hell is not supposed to be a gay movie, but
I
it
don't
does read
think
this way.
so. But, looking back again, it's like Jason is just kissing a bunch of dudes,
It's
you
because
know?
Jason is this asexual character for most of the series.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And,
Although I think he gets raped as a kid.
oh god, does he?
I'll talk about that for part 2.
Okay, okay.
That's my
Um,
theory today.
okay. But I like I said, I don't think it was supposed to be, but it kinda reads as it now, especially, like, taking off that guy's clothes. Why? Just why, bud? You know? Um, and like I said, he tries to kiss, I think, a girl, maybe 2 girls, but predominantly it's dudes. And you could say, "Oh, because, they're stronger and blah, blah, blah," but some of them are old dudes. So,
Yeah,
I'm not
silverback.
judging Jason. I'm not judging Jason. You do you.
No shame. No
No
shame,
shame.
Jason.
But remember consent. You gotta do
And swimming
consent.
lessons. Also swimming lessons. You might remember that shit.
Oh, and Wu-Tang Clan.
Apparently, that's your Achilles heel.
Oh, yeah, swimming
Fucking
lessons, that's
pools.
true.
Yeah. So,
That's true.
okay. Was this is the time CGI Jason comes out, right?
It was practical effects.
This all
Jason
practical?
Yeah, Jason X was the CGI
Next,
Jason.
because there one more. Okay.
Yeah. Jason X when he goes into space.
And then also, of course, Jason versus Freddy was a bit of a mix up.
Oh,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
So, what are you giving this movie?
Oh, boy. It's hard to say
Right.
because I'm going to watch it again. It's a fun movie, and
I'm
I
gonna
don't
watch it after
like
this.
what?
I'm gonna watch it after this. I will.
It's fun. Like, it's cheesy, campy, grab a bag of popcorn and, like, some soda and just watch it, and it's like one of those movies. So I'm gonna give it actually a higher rating than I usually would just because it's
Oh,
fun. Yeah, I'm gonna
what's
give
your
it a
higher rating?
4.
A
I'm giving
4.
a 4.
God damn it!
Yeah, it
Fuck.
was I liked it. I'm gonna watch it again. I'll put that probably in my, rotation of Halloween movies that I watch on Halloween.
Thank God. We need a special guest so I can get a fuck, man, a 4. All right. Okay. Fuck it. Fine. Whatever, dude. What fuck
Yeah,
ever. I can do this.
yeah,
Friday the
sure.
13th Part 2 is my movie.
Okay.
And this movie happens in the woods.
Mm.
There are a couple things I'm gonna point out because I needs to. I do believe Scream 6 had Friday the 13th Part 2 as the best of the series. No spoilers at the end. People are comparing
Mhm.
horror movies and like twinsies type thing. I didn't like part 1.
What? Really?
I was also like fucking 3, and I never got to go to camp, so I'm like, "Wow,
Oh,
shit, I
I
can't
did go
connect
to
to any of
camp.
these people." Yeah. Like, "Oh, you went to a for camp by us, we're like for rich people." Like, "Oh, you're rich. Fucking rich
Oh,
people dying. Great. That's the
I
whole movie
had
we're doing."
I had asthma, so I got to go for a
Asthma
very
camp.
I did. I had
Sucks.
asthma.
You're asthmar. But you know what's
To
in
add
camp though? In the woods. I like camping out in the woods, and I think the more woods people should go to camp in the woods, only in the woods. I do believe that. And every once in oh, Oh, yeah, if you hear that, you know
Jared
damn
okay,
well.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
so loud and
Was it?
jarring.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah? Oh, yeah?
that
Loud and
yeah,
jarring. Oh, I like that.
loud and
Mm.
jarring.
But it
I don't
didn't
I
make anyone wanna come rescue.
no. I
Nah?
would run away. I would run
Ah.
away
Well, I don't know, man. I think
because that's a Bigfoot's thing. That's a big I don't wanna
Bigfoot.
be around
Who's
I
Bigfoot?
don't I don't wanna be around no Bigfoots.
There's no
They
Bigfoot
stink.
here. What are you talking about Bigfoot? That's so weird.
They they
I
give
don't know what you're
baby
talking about, man.
noises. Okay.
Uh,
It's me, Jim's
I
not
knew
even
it.
here yet.
I
I've been
knew.
doing this podcast the entire time. You didn't even know it. All those anal peach jokes, yeah, they're mine. Bigfoot out.
oh, man. Hey, what the fuck, man? Anyway, sorry I'm late, man. What'd I miss?
Well, you were talking about, Jason Part 2.
I didn't what? We started already?
Yeah,
Don't we usually, like, count it down at least? Did we do the whole, "Hey, everyone, Jim Phoenix"
yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah. Apparently it was Bigfoot.
Oh, that fucking guy.
I know.
You didn't know it
Is
was
he your
me? You didn't know it was Bigfoot, I mean?
I don't know.
How
You guys
my
kinda sound the same.
we don't look the same. The
Well, you
cams
kinda
are on.
do.
Oh,
You kinda
motherfucker.
do.
Hey, everyone, Jim okay, where are we at then? Like,
Alright,
"Hey, everyone, Jim
I
Phoenix?"
already talked no, I already talked
Muppet
about
Show?
gay nope. I already talked about gay Jason.
Gay Jason? Gay Jason?
Yep,
I told you that in
gay
pri oh,
Jason.
okay. Jason. Jason, okay.
Jason. Okay, and now you're
So,
talking about when he's a child?
was the
Question
child
mark?
no.
Part
What?
2?
Oh, part 2? Oh, yeah, I talk about that, that's fine. So
Is he still a child then, or is he, like,
no,
full
he's
okay.
full grown. Yeah, part 2
Full
starts out
grunzy.
with the, like, the recap of part 1 a bit, and it does kind of hint that he was a child back then, but I might have missed this, I might have blinked a little bit. I can't quite explain how he goes from being drowned to death to, like, being back?
I think
Voodoo
they
or some shit, I
do
don't know.
I think they explain it in another one or something like that. Because I had talked to somebody before, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Tell me, why this happened," and it's like, "Oh, well, he was, like, I guess sleeping under the
He was just
water."
sleeping under the water, also called
Dead.
dead.
Yeah, dead
He's dead.
sleeping,
He's
and
fucking
then
dead.
his heart did something.
Starts beating again, yeah.
I'm a writer, guys, you can tell.
Me, right. Now, okay, you starts out, it's wow, what this is like 82, so they probably did like a year before, Jason Friday the 13th part 1 comes out in what, 80 something or something, I don't know.
No,
And it
70
what?
Jason
No,
Part 1 was 70 something.
I think you're thinking of,
No,
uh,
Jason Part 1, Friday the
Friday the
13th.
13th part 1, 1980.
Yeah. Oh, wait, was it?
Yeah.
I thought
And
it was the
part 2 comes out in
70s.
'81, and part 3 comes in '82. Part final chapter comes out in '84, so they're kinda like one, and they start to
And
coming,
then
like, every 2 years or so.
the final
For
I
realsies, no take
that
back
I
chapter.
that I saw was 93, but then they had Jason X.
Jason X come out to Manhattan in space. Now,
Yeah, the Muppets and Jason Take Manhattan together.
why I wish this one had Muppets in it because I can't figure out this movie. It seems to be a movie that happens a couple years after the Crystal Lake, Camp Crystal Lake event happens.
Mhm.
And there's shenanigans going on, but okay. The camp counselors, so it's a camp for camp counselors trying to learn to counseling kids better, I'm guessing? Because there's no kids in this fucking camp whatsoever. It's just like adults. I think the
There
age range
wasn't in
just
the
goes from
first
like
one.
there weren't even kids in the first one?
No, they were getting ready. It was, like, 2 weeks before camp was supposed to start. So they're
Oh,
getting the campground ready.
yeah, I've never been to
And
camp, where I was like, I would not
well, I
know
mean
this.
I mean, you don't need to go to camp to know
To
that.
have them practice, get ready for like practice from I don't know. So you have these
It's
people for
training.
and here's the thing, like, when they're doing casting, I swear it goes from, like, 16 to 38, which, by the way, in high school was my dating range, 16 to 38, so I think they did it properly there, But
No,
other than
it's
that,
18 to 38.
in high school?
No, now.
Oh, now. Oh, yeah. I please think I stop at 38 now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Who are you, Tinder? No, come on. Let's give me a little bit wider range. But you don't really see why they're there. How old are you as a camp counselor? Like, I don't get it. Like, can you be this old to be a camp?
Mid-20s.
These people are far beyond 20s.
I
I
mean, some
swear
of
to
them,
fuck.
like the camp director, like, I know that the doctor that was on staff for the asthma was, like, probably in his 30s or 40s.
But that's a
Um,
professional. He should be on
the
staff,
camp
you know?
director, I think, was older too
Okay.
as well, but usually, like, early to mid-20s, I would say.
Eh, I guess when I was watching this, like, what point do you stop becoming admirable to helping little kids out to be kind of creepy? Like, you're like, "Oh, what's your job?" "Oh, I get to hang around kids in a water all day long
That's
and to get
Sleepaway
all."
Camp 1. That's
Is
Sleepaway
it?
Camp
Is that
1
the
to a
fucking mission for that one?
T.
Okay.
Well, there's
Okay.
this one guy that's like, "Oh, I like to call them baldies because they don't
That's
have hair."
yeah. Where's my kazoo? This
Yeah.
my Avast just fucking pops up. Thanks, Avast, for having a shit program that keeps popping up on me. I'm so glad I paid for that fucking service too.
But to be fair, that guy does die a very horrible death, which is good. I mean,
In jail
kinda
alone? Oh, sorry, that's Harvey Weinstein.
by the
So,
killer.
when besides all that stuff, there's other things, like, there's a dude in a wheelchair, but it looks like he just got in the wheelchair. Uh uh, Nothing in that camp's fucking wheelchair accessible, so I don't know, did they, like, levitate like a dialect or something like that? It's like, "I'm gonna go bone this guy." This is, like, the one girl, so, like, she's like, "You can use my cabin." It's all it is fucking stairs. Like, how the fuck did he get up the stairs? Like, how? Did they drag his ass upstairs or something? So, there's major holes like this just don't fucking fit in for me. And then you see Jason, we first find him, he's chasing a cop through the woods. The cop's got a gun, he doesn't have a pole. So,
Oh.
A, we know Jason's not black. At least we know that much. So, at least we have to have, like, some white
Oof.
kid, right? Too soon? Okay.
Oof, but Black Lives Matter. We support
Sure.
we
No, we
support
do. I mean, I said
We
that, like,
do, we
a
do.
little more sarcastically
Yeah, we
than it should
said
be,
that
but
tongue in
yeah,
cheek, but
absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where, like, you just wonder why the cop's not pulling the gun out at all
Yeah.
to shoot at the guy chasing him, slowly chasing him through
Slowly
the fucking woods.
chasing him, lumbering.
Yeah, just take a couple shots fucking shots at him. And then you see Jason's wearing, like, a potato sack over his fucking head,
Oh, that's
like
right, it's
like,
before he
tied
gets
with
the
rope?
mask. It's before he gets the
They
mask.
they couldn't afford masks for Jason too. That's how much Halloween, that's how much Friday the 13th 1 made, I guess. Like, "Oh, we can afford a
He
potato
he
sack."
didn't he didn't have his scene together yet. He
Where
was
the
going through
fuck's
some
he
shit.
shopping? Where's he getting these clothes from? He's got, like, hillbilly gym clothes on. He's got the overall and the little fucking shit. Like, if
Shein.
he's a kid probably, wish. If he's a kid, it was like this is the premise, like, the kid only knew his mom and doesn't know how to survive. Like, obviously knows how to fucking shop somewhere because 'cause he's got, like, OshKosh Bagosh on. Like, "Oh, I just found myself in a mall, I guess. Just take this and a pitchfork, thanks. That's all I want. This rusty ass machete." So, you see all this, and then you see the mask only has one eye hole. So how the fuck is this guy
Mhm.
walking around with no depth perception whatsoever? And it made me think maybe he's not trying to kill these people, but he's trying to like to connect with them in a very intimate way. And he keeps missing it because he only no fucking depth perception. Like, oh, I got a spider. Like, oh, I killed the guy again. God damn it. I was going for the spider, but I guess I could have got the second eye hole out. I could actually see in fucking all 3D.
I think that is the way. I think he only has one working eye, I believe.
Yeah, well, we see okay, so he drowns, right? In the first one, he drowns or his heart
Yeah.
magically stops as it does his face burn on fire in the water? Because I can't figure out why he looks like the way he looks at the second one.
I think it's supposed to be like he was bloated under the water. You know, like it's supposed to be
Bloated and have
bloat.
some of his hair removed, apparently.
Oh, no, he was like that. He was
Oh,
like that as a child. He was just formed.
he was this form as a kid, so maybe I need to watch
Deformed.
this first one again. Okay,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna watch the first one.
that's why they made fun of him, is because he had, a deformity, and so and I know that, like, yeah.
So always send your kids to camp if they're different. I think that's a great experience for everyone.
I think his mom was trying to give him some normalcy, and
Do you think that though? Because you need to watch part 2.
okay,
There's you can fast forward all through the shit until the end. And
okay.
there's a part at the end, and this is almost like the video game. If you ever play the video game for like Nintendo or some shit like that, it's actually
I
A,
can't
pretty
play
good and
any
B, pretty
video
hard.
games. I get
Oh,
scared.
Nintendo. The Nintendo was because stick figures walking around.
It's scary, man.
I
I
don't know,
couldn't play
scary stick figures.
I could not play the Jaws one, that one scared me.
Okay, if that one's too scary, this one be scary. I can get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's put the sweater on, pretend to be her, and get to find this other thing, and find a machete, and like, whatever. But when he's having the flashbacks to his mom talking to him, it's kind of like kneel down, Jason, like, oh fuck, this could get molested.
Oh,
Because that's not like you're not getting spanked. It's not corporal punishment. You're not getting spanked when you're kneeling. She didn't have to make him kneel to get slapped in the face. What the fuck is he doing on his knees as a little kid? Or am I just being overly perverted with this?
you might be overreaching it. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but it could be just part of punishment, like, I guess it could be easier for her to slap him in the face if he's
For tits, maybe.
I
I
mean,
mean, he's a kid. He's a kid. He's not like a giant.
it sounds like it's like a power play thing, you know?
Kneel down, Jason. Right, but it's kind of creepy though, right?
Maybe
Okay,
they were
maybe
gonna
he
say prayers.
sure. Yeah. That's never gone wrong before. Little kids saying prayers, adult figures, although that never led to rape.
It just reminds me of Carrie, because her mom was, like, super ultra religious.
Right. The book or the movie 1 or 2? Like the remake or the
The book especially, but
Dirty Pillows. Yeah.
I think also the movie with Sissy Spacek?
Spacek. Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
first movie as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And maybe that's what it is. Just really an ultra religious mom, but that mom had a temper because she killed every motherfucker in the first one. Apparently, she's not
Mhm.
very good because she could just like I don't know, check for signs of life after her son apparently didn't drown, but
Oh,
makes
he
her like a
didn't drown?
mass murderer. Maybe he doesn't drown. If he's still alive, I don't know.
Is he alive or is he, like, dead alive?
And this is the thing. I think in the second movie, he's still human.
Oh,
I think
okay.
after the second movie, he starts becoming superhuman
Okay. And then
because
at
you can't kill him.
what point does he become the worm? Is that Manhattan?
I think once the Muppets take his Manhattan,
Yes.
and then
I
that
think
goes to
it's
the worm.
yeah.
Yeah,
He becomes a worm through the Muppets. Understood. Yes.
as one does. And okay, so we know this is all Prato effects, and then some is really good, some is kind of cheesy, but still fun. If you like, for whatever reason, the guy in the wheelchair just wants to do arm wrestling with people. I think he's cheating because like he's weighed down by like a 400-pound wheelchair. They're not gonna move him for
It's
that.
like over the top and
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's
Jason.
versus Jason. He like hand wrestles him. And everyone's got this
Uh,
really weird thing. Like one guy was playing after coitus harmonica. Like apparently I didn't get that scene at all. Like, okay, so they just had sex. Now he's playing harmonica. Like that's
Let
what
me
one does.
soothe you with my harmonica.
Yeah. And apparently the guy in the wheelchair is like stupid as fuck. He's like, oh, I'm in training. And I was like, for what? You're in a wheelchair. Like, oh, that's right. I'm not in football anymore. I keep forgetting my spine's broke. I forgot.
Jesus Christ.
But he has this like 4 or 5 times. Like, what the fuck are you training for, bitch? You ain't training for nothing. Training to like get your ass wiped for a while, I guess. I don't know. And all right, for word from our sponsors. So are you training in no, I can't do that. I don't have the ad copy up. I don't want to do it. So you have that, and then there's this one girl who's like really heavily flirting with him to the point where she's like, "We're gonna play this video game, and whoever wins gets top position." He doesn't get that to come on. So after all this, like, "Hey, you
Wait,
won. What do you get?" She's like,
like the guy in the wheelchair?
does not get that was a come on to him.
Well, here's the thing: can he do top position?
Oh, they actually start talking about that afterwards. She's like,
Oh, okay, good.
Is your legs broke?" She's like, "Yeah." "So you can do other things?" Like, "I never had an issue before." "Okay."
Oh my god, what's the monkey movie? Monkey Shines. That was a pivotal part of the movie. Being quadriplegic, and there was a sex scene.
Oh, well, now this
Anyway, so
guy's got
if you want horror and people in wheelchairs having sex, there's 2 movies for you right there.
yeah. But you don't get to see I have sex in this movie because he has to
Oh!
after he levitates over a couple flights of stairs with the power of his mind alone, I guess
Oh, so he's Professor X?
yeah, I think he's trained to be Professor X. I think that's what he's meant to be.
Perfect.
He's like, "I'm training my telekinesis so I can move this wheelchair and just
Perfect. I
teleport at
love
will
it.
now."
I love it.
There is a scene where
But he
again,
didn't
I
get to
asked
have
because I don't understand it.
sex?
No, fuck no. Like Jason slaughters them all. And
Well,
I know.
he's supposed to do it after the sex. At least let the
Yeah,
guy get some.
he had premature slaughtering. Fuck it, I killed him already. But there is one scene where this girl gets naked to a skinny dip.
Mhm.
Cool, great, awesome, whatever. It's at nighttime. Okay. She comes back, she starts swimming back, and then she starts covering her breasts. I'm like, wait a minute. If you think you're alone and you're skinny dipping and you were no problem getting in, so it wasn't like she was cold. Like, maybe she was cold. Like, no, she's just covering her breasts. I don't understand that part of the film.
Uh, I don't know. Was she feeling? Maybe she's feeling herself up.
I wish that was part of the film, but it's not. It's weird. And then this
Was she
very
covering
rapey
her?
guy.
Was she covering her
No,
beaver?
no,
So it was just a boobage situation.
just a boobish situation.
She was
And
me. What was it? Mia jo-
Mila
Jovovich? God,
Jovovich.
yeah, Mila Jovovich. I can't say
Oh,
her
we got to
name.
watch that movie again.
We should.
Oh,
We really
such a
should.
good scene. I mean, such a good movie.
Yeah, yeah. She's a beautiful woman. She's a
Yes, she is.
beautiful woman.
I still teach some of the stuff that she recommends. So it's some of the parts just didn't make sense. Some of the parts seem disjointed. Some of the things that looked like they just filmed and they edited out of order. Like the
Mm.
scene that like the guy either that the guy is dense as fuck and didn't know she was coming on to him and talking about sex the entire time. Like,
Which
oh, we're supposed to have
which
sex.
honestly could very well be true. I've had moments like that where I was invited back to someone's place for tea, and guess what I did? I drank some tea, and then I was like, "Okay, well, it's getting late."
We're getting late. I
And
can't.
then
I have to drive home.
only later, she was like, "Yeah, did I do something wrong?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck my life."
We had tea. We arm wrestled, and then what?
Dude,
What the
if
fuck you
you
want?
if you invite me over for a specific thing, I will go over and expect that specific thing.
Thank you. I think that's correct, and I think most people miss this point. Damn it! If you're inviting people over for sex, be handicap accessible.
Right,
Uh,
absolutely.
not
Get the
everyone can
guardrails
levitate.
in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
levitate a fucking
Ex
wheelchair. B, just tell people up front. If I'm saying, "Hey, want to come over and watch Roller Gator?" You know it's because I hate you.
Mhm.
But I also never want to see you again. I just want to tell you that up front. But tea is very subjective. If you
It
invite
is.
someone out for tea, like a tea store, don't have sex with
Right.
them there.
No, no,
Wait
no,
until you
no.
get home.
And the funny thing is, like, she only had, like, 3 types of tea, so
You didn't have any fucking tea in the house.
I was just like, "I mean, I guess."
I
I
if you call
guess.
this
I mean,
tea.
it's not like it's not like my selection, but, you do you." And then only later I was like, "Oh, well, shit."
She's doing her right now, and you could be doing her instead.
Yeah, like, tell me. Tell me halfway between tea. And
Mr.
maybe
T.
and maybe that's what he felt, like, he was like, "Oh, just playing a video game, having a good time."
Fighting this 8-bit shit. That's the 8-bit back then,
Ye
just like lights.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what? You gave your thing a 4?
Yeah, I
Damn,
gave it a 4. It was fun. It's not good in any
damn,
means, but it's fun.
damn. Yeah,
Damn.
I can't give this one a 4. I can't give it above a 4. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a 4 for me. It's like a
No,
3.5.
that
I can
seems
give it
fair.
an honest 3.5 because it probably for me, it is better than the first one. It's probably the strongest one because you're still developing the character. He's not superhuman yet. He's believable-ish. The actions of the people on screen aren't believable, but he as a killer is believable.
Yeah,
Everything else kind of like hits and miss, and then I need to watch more because I honest to God, I think he got abused as a kid.
that's interesting. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of moving my way backwards through the Jason movies, and, I'll look into that. 'Cause I have
Uh,
seen Freddy versus Jason, Jason X, then Jason Goes to Hell, so I guess next one is Going to Manhattan.
yeah. Yeah, God, I should probably watch that too. All
Yeah.
right, so we are teaming up on the Addams Family, the 1991 version,
Yeah, 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 Raul
the movie.
Julia.
Yes,
Raul
with
Julia, 'cause they keep coming out with new ones.
that
And
are not.
Angelica Houston, Christina Ricci,
Thank you. I was looking for her.
um, and oh gosh, one
Chris
of my
Lloyd.
favorite actors. Thank you, Chris Lloyd.
Christopher
Christopher Lloyd.
Lloyd. Yeah.
And, it's it's one of those movies where it's so part of its time, but also it's so timeless. It's, an
Well,
easy movie of, basically kind of a bait and switch. For those who haven't seen it, which you absolutely should. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, it's my Addams. These are my Addams. I love
really?
Raul Julia. Yes.
No, no, no. So you didn't do like the original 64 series?
Very vaguely. Honestly, I was more into the Munsters, I'll be honest.
Okay, you were more
Um,
Monster than Addams Family. Okay.
yeah, I was more Munsters. And, and so, like, it was fine, but I feel like this movie and it the movie after it, it was so wonderfully done and so precise, and Angelica Houston and Raul Julia have such chemistry together that it's just
Yeah.
so fun to see
Shit.
weirdos being weirdos and
Did we do
having
this one
fun.
before?
No,
Fuck. Are you sure?
sure.
Did we? Oh no, we were trashing Wednesday
Yeah.
and how the Wednesday
Yes.
Adams they didn't have
Yes.
that sexual chemistry
Right.
whatsoever. Okay, that's what it
Exactly.
was. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We were talking that with Wednesday because they don't. They really don't. And I love Catherine Zeta Jones. She's gorgeous. I love her. And she's so talented. But Luis Guzman just doesn't have.
Talented,
Yeah,
awesome
oh, yeah,
actor,
he's absolutely,
not
absolutely.
an Adams, not for
Not
that scene.
not no. Like, again, Raul Julia brings such a glee and insanity and passion to this role as Adams. Like, he really does. He's kind of unhinged, but in the best of ways, in a way he doesn't want to be ever put back
Right,
together again. And it's so fun to see his passion with Angelica Houston's cool, calm, poised, Morticia, and just the 2 of them, it's really a movie about family. It really is, and what makes a family. And watching, Fester, who you think is a fraud and a fake become part of that family and finding a place you belong. And he found a place that he belonged and was with the Addams family.
Which, if you watched the original series, you kind of understand some of the family dynamic, but you don't have to watch the original series to like and understand the current movie. So
Yeah.
it's a cross generational because the original, sure, the original gets off like at 66, but the syndication goes on forever, I think.
Mhm.
My question is, because we talked about Raul Julia and Angelica Houston, they actually win the MTV award for Best Kiss when that's like them and Spider-Man. The only 2 kisses I remember in my life. And I think
For
Tobey Maguire
real.
used too much tongue, to be honest.
And
But MC Hammer, allegedly.
for
For
you
me
or
for
for
me,
you're
I
like
I I
you're
I
like,
don't like that much.
when he kissed me, it was just too much tongue.
It was too
Just
much
too
too
much.
busy. It was too busy. I didn't
Too
wanna put my tongue. I had, like, 12 in my mouth. It was
Yeah.
really weird.
No, I get it, I get it.
And then
There's
we
a
have
point to it.
MC Hammer does the soundtrack.
Yes, and it's
He is the best
gorgeous.
and the worst original song awards.
Absolutely.
It's a Razzie
Absolutely.
plus MTV Movie Award.
Absolutely. It's the goofiest song, and my mom still sings it to this day.
Nice.
It's definitely, like, a mom song in the best of ways, and, having Cousin and
Mm,
he's the coolest guy in town, and, it's just it's fun because it is all about these weirdos, and that's something that was kind of lacking in Wednesday that I didn't like is, having these extraordinary characters in an ordinary world. You see these ordinary people like the Girl Scout who had a bigger role in the second one. Um, but like she comes around, would you like to buy, some Girl Scout cookies? And she's all snobby and stuff. And it's like these strange and weird people in a very ordinary world, which is like the premise of the show and also the premise of the Munsters, to be honest, is just like a family who loves each other very much,
yeah.
but the world just does not understand. And that's powerful.
Are you talking about you know what? I ain't gonna even mention that name. I was gonna make a joke, but the joke wasn't good enough to mention someone's name, so I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Okay.
But I will say the love and the camaraderie of the Addams family is not seen on Wednesday, which
Yeah,
is why I think
exactly.
Wednesday kind of like misses because it has all these
It
easy connections. It
missed
couldn't
the
make it like
mark.
miss, and so it has to rely on the talent of which she's very talented
Oh,
and
she's
it
so
does
great.
have charisma, but it
Yes.
could have been so much stronger if it just looked at the blueprint. And you're talking about family. A
Absolutely.
Christina Ricci, she gets the Young Person Award in multiple categories. This is like her first big film. It's gonna
Mhm.
launch her
And
through
she's
apparently.
and she was great in it, and
Yellow Jackets as well.
the boy who played Pugsley, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name.
The boy who plays Pugsley.
Um, but he was great too. Like, the whole cast was great, and
Yeah.
like you said, that was missing in Wednesday because all of a sudden there's this animosity towards her mother, and it's like, that was never there though. Like,
No.
they if they had built it up within the story, that would have been interesting. But it
Yeah. We
starts
don't
off like,
s
I
right.
hate you," and it's like, she never she never felt like that with that her yes, she tried to kill her brother several times out of love, but they're Addamses. They don't
They
live
don't
like
really
normal
die.
people. Yeah,
They don't really die. Things could,
they
like,
don't
happen.
die, they don't, they don't really suffer in the way that we suffer. They're extraordinary and extraordinary even. And so, yeah, this is the movie that really was the thing that made me like, I love this movie. And this is a comfort movie to me. This and the second one, both. Both of them are absolutely comfort movies.
Comfort movies and you know where the Addams Family got their name from, right?
I forget.
I might be making this up, but I don't think I am.
I thought it
Charles
was the
Addams.
artist.
Charles
Was
Addams,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
He writes it.
And, it was a story like, it would be caricature drawings, and I think it was
Yeah.
what was it, in the 1900s? The early 1900s, I'm gonna say?
Oh, okay. It came out in 64. So we'll say 1962-ish to start writing it and start getting together.
Oh, didn't they have the comics before that?
Oh, the comics themselves? I don't know. He started doing comics like in 30s and 40s.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't know if this is one of them.
I knew it was earlier, and then they made the show, which again, it was great too. I don't know, it was fun, but it didn't catch me with the kind of macabre, dark sense of humor and, mystery of the movie,
Right. Well, you're
which
also
it
at a
is.
different time of what you can show on network.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
they had to be smoking. You had to have smoking and alcohol, and beating your wife was a big joke back then.
But, and
Zoom,
honestly,
pow, Alice. I love
I
honeymooners, but damn.
I will say this, in the original show, Morticia and, why am I blanking?
Gomez?
Gomez? Um, they still had a very strong relationship, and they
Yes.
were very much in love and very much, a partnership.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was never like the honeymooners where it's like, "You stay in the kitchen and I'm gonna." It was never like that. They were partners.
Yeah, and I think the partnership goes throughout the movies, and I think you are correct in
Mm,
saying it's the family unit, and it's the family unit of the family. I'm not even sure if the family knows that they're different, but they take pity on people who are supposed to be normal because they're
yeah.
like, all those poor bastards. Look how bad their life is.
Or it's just like, they are just so different. Like that I love that one when they're in the play and they're it's the Shakespearean play, and Wednesday and Pugsley are like fake cutting each other, but there's blood splurting everywhere and it's getting on everyone. And at the very end, like, of course, the Addams jump up and applaud, bravo, bravo, and everybody
Everyone's
else
just
is like
mortified.
horrified,
Yeah, yeah.
just absolutely PTSD, like, and like, but to be so tight knit, to be like, this is who we are, and we don't give a fuck.
Right. Yeah, and there's no apologies for it, and it doesn't
No,
have to be. And this is like what, PG-13 or PG? You know,
I thought it was PG because I saw it
might
as a
be.
child
Yeah, might
in
plus in
theaters.
90, 91. As this might be before 13 comes out.
No, no, because it was Gremlins that pushed
Had
the
it.
PG-13, so it was right after Red Dawn, I think.
Wolverines! Sorry.
Anyway, anyway.
That was a good movie, the remake shit.
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
disappointment.
What
Dirty
don't
Dancing.
fix what
The first one's Dirty Dancing, you know that, right?
what?
Yeah, look at the fucking cast to Red Dawn and then go, "Holy shit, that is Dirty
Oh, for
Dancing."
real?
Yeah,
Oh.
for real.
Oh, I'll have to
Yeah,
see that again because I love Dirty Dancing.
yeah. So we're
Such
doing
Anyway.
Addams Family, the original one,
Yes.
movie. What score do you give it
Oh, boy.
overall?
You know what? I'm gonna say, and this is gonna be very controversial, and that's fine. I can be controversial. I'm
Sure.
gonna give it a 4.5,
Wow.
and I would actually give the second one a 5. And I know
Addams
that's
Family Values?
controversial. Yeah. I
That's when
just
Fester gets
That's
the
when
oil.
Fester, yeah, what's her name? Oh god, she's so
What's that
good.
gold digger's name?
Yeah, what is
I
her
mean, the
name?
character's a gold digger, not the
Yeah,
actress.
no. Joanne Cusack.
Oh,
Joanne
yeah, okay.
Cusack. And she's just so great as Debbie.
You're right, I
And
think that's true.
it's just and the kids go to camp. See? Camp, we got it.
Fucking camp.
We got it in there, and it's very, very cute. But anyway,
So that was a 4 point. You know what? I was
4.5.
gonna give this one a 4.5 as well.
It's great. It's a
Yeah,
solid movie. It's
it is.
funny. It's got a lot of heart to it. The designs are beautiful, like when Morticia is going through the graveyard with Fester, and they have all of these different, tombstones and stories of them, and,
Well,
it's just so fun.
it's a good movie. Yeah, you can do it with kids, adults, kids that are adults. Friday 13th. Check it out. All
Mhm.
right, box.
Friday the 13th.
What's
Addams
your
Family too.
Adam's Family? What's your plug?
Okay, some plug I gotta pull it up.
Yeah, pull out your plugs. Oh, I don't pull out no plugs, man. Once you pull those fucking things out at our age, you can't put them back in. Trust me. You know how many times I pulled the plug before? Tons. Tons. That's all I do nowadays.
I don't wanna even know,
Oh,
bud.
plug. I think it's pud. Jesus, man. Enunciate. So what's your
Plugs.
plug?
I'm getting it.
You're
I'm
getting
gonna
it? Well, now I'm doing mine.
Fine,
My
do yours.
plug is gonna be Surviving Gen X on sale. Ooh, it's Spate. It's by Joe Shevchik. On sale November 30th. If you are a Gen Xer, or if you know a Gen Xer, if you just spell the letter X, go buy it. All proceeds go to probably Joe, honest to God. He's doing some sort of charity thing in public, but everything else, go buy it. Support indie people, fuckers. Otherwise, we won't have anything to read
Support
later on.
indie people.
Damn right. Also,
Alright,
the other cities. So, what's your plug, Box?
so
Also,
my
surviving Gen X. Oh my God, Box, you're also surviving Gen X. How
I know.
wonderful!
Isn't that
That's awesome.
great?
All right, everyone, that's our show. Oh wait,
No, no, no,
actually,
no, no, no. Okay, so we were talking about so one of the plot points because I always try to plug something that's kind of relevant. And so, why are you doing that?
what? Doing what? Am I
It's
playing
gonna
you
be
off?
it's gonna be foster
All
kids.
right, go.
Why are you playing
Foster
off
kids.
foster kids?
That's
So
our
if you go to
foster kids thing.
fosterlove.com, Foster Love is a nonprofit that is comprised of young adults and former foster youths that
Cool.
basically help kids that are in the foster care system and feel like they're forgotten or neglected by the public. And basically, it's a mentorship.
So it's fosterlove.com
Correct.
or .com. Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool. I think everyone needs some mentorships, and I think fosters, man, that's fucking rough little system there. So all the love you can get is good.
exactly. And a lot of times people, there's a lot of kids that do need a lot of love and a lot of support, and this is one of the places they can find it at.
Awesome sauce. So with that being said, for behalf of myself,
I
Jim
love
Phoenix.
looking at it.
Oh, wrong one.
Wrong one.
Wrong one. Jim Phoenix, who can't apparently press a fucking button on his soundboard correctly. And JM Brynick will bid you good day. Yeah, I fucked that one name up. It's not. It's Harvey. That was
Harvey
like, yeah, like good day.
Weinstein.
No.
Oh.
Paul Harvey.
Corman? Oh,
Paul
Harvey
Harvey.
Corman?
No, Paul Harvey. We fucked the name up last time. Or I did last time.
And you might actually hear a cat. Because she's right on my lap.
I hear a cat.
Meow, man, meow.